Pakistan and Turkey are two leading Muslim countries which share a common history, culture, philosophy, religion, traditions of enlightenment, peaceful coexistence, and societal relations. A few years back, Maulana Rumi's city, Konya, established Allama Iqbal Park adjacent to Rumi's mausoleum. Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the dreamer and spiritual father of Pakistan, was admittedly inspired of Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi. His honorary grave at Maulana's tomb gives a symbolic message of how spiritually and ideologically both states are close to one another. Ladies and gentlemen, Iqbal's relation with Rumi was established in his childhood when he learned Persian and later on studied from Maulvi Mir Hassan. Persian was also part of the basic training that he received in his early days. His father had spiritual affection, and often sheikhs and Sufis used to visit their home to conduct sessions on the books of Sufis. Therefore, Rumi was not a stranger to Iqbal from the spiritual as well as literary standpoint. However, historical evidence shows that the formally recorded relation of Rumi with Iqbal begins after 1908, when Iqbal acknowledged him as his spiritual mentor and an ideological guide. Since then, Iqbal remained in spiritual, philosophical, and literary connection with Rumi till his death in 1938. In these 3 decades, Iqbal benefited and presented the teachings of Rumi as a panacea to the contemporary ailments and challenges faced by the Muslims in general and the Muslims of Indo-Pak subcontinent in specific. Iqbal's literary contributions commenced with the spiritual and philosophical assistance and guidance of his master Rumi. The opening of Iqbal's first Persian book, Asrar-o-Ramuz, is inspired by Rumi. Iqbal's book Asrar-e-Khudi is also in genre of Masnavi. Moreover, the meter of poetry is exactly same as that of Masnavi of Maulana Rumi. Even the subjects discussed in Iqbal's Masnavi Asrar-e-Khudi and the way their titles are constructed are similar to those which are addressed in Rumi's Masnavi. It all shows that Iqbal got inspiration from Maulana Rumi in his Asrar-e-Khudi, which is his first Persian book. Even in the beginning of the book, Iqbal quoted a popular poem of Maulana Rumi, "Di Sheikh ba Charagh hami gasht garde shahr kasde wo dad malulam insana marzust." अगर हम इकबाल की रिकन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ रिलीजियस थाट्स इन इस्लाम के जो इकबाल के फेमस फ़िलोसॉफ़िकल लेक्चर्स हैं उनको भी देखें तो उनमें भी इकबाल का बहुत ज़्यादा इसरार जो है वो मौलाना रूमी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह की फ़िक्र पे उन्होंने किया है और उससे उन्होंने इस्तिफ़ादा किया। उसके अलावा इकबाल की किताब जावेदनामा वो कम्प्लीटली डेडिकेटेड है मौलाना रूमी के लिए और इकबाल प्रेजेंट्स स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी अलॉन्ग विद मौलाना रूमी। उसके बाद इकबाल की किताब बाल जिब्रील, जिसमें इकबाल की चंद तवील तरीन नज़मों में एक नज़म है पीरो मुरीद, जिसमें इकबाल अपने आप को मुरीद और रूमी को एक मुर्शद के तौर पे पेश करते हैं और असर हाज़िर के जो सवालात हैं उनको इकबाल ने अपनी तरफ से पेश किया और उनके जो जवाब हैं वो उन्होंने मौलाना रूमी की मसनवी से उसमें पेश किए, जिससे इकबाल ने बुनियादी यही बात इस्टेब्लिश करने की कोशिश की कि जो जदीद दौर का फ़िक्री इंतशार है उसमें मौलाना रूमी एक नूर की शमा हैं जो रोशनी दिखा सकते हैं। उसके अलावा इकबाल की जो आखिरी किताब है अरमुगान हिजाज, जो कि इकबाल की वफ़ात के बाद शाया हुई, अरमुगान हिजाज की रुबाइयात में भी इकबाल ने बहुत जगह पे मौलाना रूमी को कोट किया, और ख़ास तौर पे रुबाइयात का एक पूरा चैप्टर अल्लामा इकबाल ने डेडिकेट किया मौलाना रूमी के लिए। और इसी तरह इकबाल की कुतुब पयाम मशरिक, ज़रब कलीम, ज़बूर अजम और बाकी किताबों में भी इकबाल पे रूमी का असर वाज़े तौर पे देखा जा सकता है। इकबाल अपनी एक रुबाई में फरमाते हैं, चू रूमी दर हदम दादम अजामन अजुआ मोख्तम असरार जामन बफितना बदोरे फितना ए असरे कोहन उ बदोरे फितना ए असरे रवा मन। लाइक रूमी इन द हरम आई कॉल्ड द पीपल टू पाइटी, फ्रॉम हिम आई लर्नड द सीक्रेट्स ऑफ लाइफ। इन ओल्डन डेज when trouble arose, he was there. To meet trouble in present times, I am here. It is the reality that in era of Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi and even in the preceding era of Hujjatul Islam Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, the movements of natural philosophers considered and preached the superiority of intellect over intuition or revelation. Similarly, in the era of Allama Iqbal, modernism and modern sciences used to either completely negate the revelation or presented it as inferior to intellect. Iqbal's thesis was deeply rooted in the fundamental idea that revelation is superior to intellect. To Iqbal, it is the basic principle of religion. He asserted that he is raising his voice in favor of his principle, just like his mentor Rumi. Philosophically as well as practically, Iqbal presented the idea that the spirit is superior to physical body and revelation is superior to intellect. While presenting tribute to Rumi, Iqbal says, वक्तस्त के बेकुशायम मैं खाना रूमी बाज पीरान हरम दीदम दर सहन कलीसा मस्त। वक्त आ गया है कि मैं रूमी का मैं खाना दोबारा से खोलूं, क्योंकि मैंने हरम के शुयूख को कलीसा के सहन में रक्स करते देखा। इसका एक तो मतलब वही है जो पीछे हम बात कर रहे थे कि जो वेस्टर्न इन्फ्लुएंस था, सुपरियॉरिटी ऑफ इंटेलेक्ट ओवर रेवोल्यूशन का, एक तो ये उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में इकबाल कहते हैं, और दूसरा इसका जो मतलब था वो another aspect is that there were number of scholars in the era of Iqbal used to define identity on the basis of language, ethnicity or geography. Iqbal used to call such scholars as followers of the Western philosophy Pirane Haram Didam Dar Sehne Kalisa Mast, and argued that as per Rumi, Muslim identity is rooted and based on the spiritual principles instead of the material earth-rooted principles. So that is why Iqbal said that the identity of Muslims cannot be defined on the basis of language, ethnicity or geography. He presented the concept of universal brotherhood based upon spiritual principles and values. Both Rumi and Iqbal gave the message of hope, faith, love and respect for humanity based on spiritual principles. There lies a possibility of spiritual diplomacy between Muslim states to strengthen their relations. Before I conclude, I would recommend that a state level Rumi Iqbal forum can be established by Government of Pakistan and Government of Turkey to enhance intellectual collaboration, societal relations and to highlight the teachings of these personalities to counter the menace of Islamophobia and extremism at regional and global level.